Hello there, fourth graders. It's Miss N here. I want to just show you the ins and outs of how you're going to practice your Unit 1 grammar. Remember, we set learning targets for each week. We talk about what our goals are every week and what we need to learn for grammar. And you also did that by taking your grammar assessment as well. However, today you're going to take all that information and you're going to see if you could if you're carrying all that information with you for your grammar. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a fun activity to help practice for your test tomorrow. So what you're going to have is, one, you're going to get to the website and you're going to type in Team Nabalski like you always do. We're going to click on grammar. And then we're going to go ahead and let it load, and then we're going to go scroll down. We're going to go to weekly spelling tests. And normally this is where you're going to take your spelling test, right? Well, this time, your unit assessment, I put a page underneath or behind your weekly spelling test. So let's go to unit assessments, and this is where we'll practice all of ours. This is the Jeopardy game template, okay? And this is the guy who created the template. All the questions, though, were created and typed by Miss N. So he just gives you the template and I just fill it in. You will also need this sheet, and it should have already been handed out to you. And if you can see, it says types of sentences, subjects and predicates, simple and compound sentences. And the back side will say clauses and run-on sentences. All right, so you need this to the side. You also need a pencil and a pen. A pencil to first write your answers, and then a pen when you need to correct. You're going to actually write the corrections down on your paper. So let's go back to the website, and that way you will be able to. All right, so we're back on the website, and of course I still have my paper handy, my score sheet. And of course it's not that big, but to make it big, you can see how it's going to be really important that you follow these rules. So if you can see down at the bottom here, you can see those two arrows, and they point in all four corners, right? So I'm going to click that one on right now. So now it even says, Google Drive is now in full screen. It says Jeopardy 5 topic template. Now you can see my cursor is right by the Y, and it doesn't matter where you put it. I just want to click once, and you should only click once. Now if you have a mistake and you're not sure, you can hit the escape key, the ESC, which is up in the corner, and it brings you back to this. Okay, so say for instance you were on the wrong page, you can use the arrow keys, but it's important to play the game in the right way, in the right order, or whatever to make it work right. You can always start over. Okay, I'm going to click anywhere, and now I have my home screen. This is considered the home screen, and as you can see, it says Unit 1 Grammar, Jeopardy, Final Jeopardy. Don't click this one on yet. Okay, so it's going to be really important that you follow along, and hopefully I noticed the video had paused for a second. Sometimes it goes in and out. So stop, and if you ever get confused, just ask questions, right? So we have sentences, we have subject and predicate, and Miss N has tried to fix that T that's been missing, and I'm not sure why it will not work. Simple and compound, clauses too, and run-ons. All right, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to have your score sheet close to you. So say we want to go in order by each column. That's fine. Let's try 100. What I'm going to do is, you can see as soon as I put my mouse on the 100, it turns to the finger. That means it's an active cell. So I can click on that. And what you should see is it says sentences, because that's the column, the category we're under, and it's worth $100. So you say to yourself this, and if you're going to listen to the recording, you can do that too. Otherwise, you just read it yourself. Is this sentence, it should say, is this a sentence or a fragment? And Miss N has tried to make changes to this, and apparently this doesn't want to cooperate. Is this a sentence or a fragment? So now here it is. It's going to be in a different color. Live far away from me. Live far away from me. So now on your score sheet, and I'm just going to exit my screen so we can see the score sheet. And I'm in types of sentences. So what I'm going to do is, if I think this is a sentence, I'm going to write the word sentence. Okay. If I think it's a fragment, I would write the word fragment and I would put it in this box under the 100. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to see if I'm right or not. So now here's my question. Live far away. Now it says, click to see the answer, right? It's right there. So I'm going to click it only once. Fragment. So now the answer is fragment. Now, normally I would click home, but what I would do now is if I wrote sentence, I would write the word fragment in pen, okay? Because this way it tells me that maybe I need to go back and think about or play this game again to see what I'm missing. So I might need to see if I need to play this game again or redo it. I'm hoping that I'm not repeating myself, but the video kind of stops and goes. So what you're ready to do is go on back to the game and try it again. So here we go. So now I'm going to go back and I'm on my screen. I'm going to go home. Now I could go and do all the hundreds first. I could do all the 200s first. I don't care what order. A lot of people like to do it by column. So then I would go to the next column. So say I'm going to do it this way. Sentences for 200. I click it on. It says sentences 200. That way it reminds me what column I'm in. It says, what type of sentence is this? How old is your cousin? So what type of sentence do you think that is? Now you have to think about what types of sentences those are. Now remember, when you're ready to click the answer, after you've written it, check your answer. And if you get it wrong, it's okay. Just write it in pen. Now, this is where I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop here, and then you can read the rest to yourself. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you stop and ask. So be responsible, be honest, just do your best. Remember, it's not graded. Just do your best. Okay.